Hey folks, back here, Chef's Bonus. I'm going to be doing some reverse seared steaks. Did reverse seared pork chops and some steak frite, but I wanted to do a reverse seared steak. Plan is that I'm going to put it on and probe them, get them up to 110, then put in the charcoal insert and give them a good sear. And then cook up some mushrooms and some broccolini to go along with it for a really well-rounded dinner. Gonna make a really quick sauce too with those mushrooms. That is like an umami bomb that just goes really well with steaks. So simple. You're gonna love it. So thank you very much for checking in, for being a part of this channel, and stick with me as we start up these steaks. The first thing I'm gonna do here, I've got this set of 200. I'm gonna check my pellets. That's the very first thing. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to salt and pepper these steaks. So I always keep my salt and pepper in separate containers, and I go pretty heavy with the salt and pepper. I mean, you know, this is a really thick cut piece of meat, and I want to make sure that the salt and pepper flavors are going to, you know, form a nice crust on this and have all that meatiness in the middle. So flip these over. A lot of the salt, like you can already see some of the salt is falling off, the pepper's falling off. Even more so when it grills, a bunch of it's going to fall off. So I use kosher salt. It's got a really nice heavy crust to it, or sea salt. And then I use fresh ground pepper. I usually grind my pepper in a spice grinder, aka coffee grinder, ahead of time. So I have a coffee grinder that is dedicated specifically for spices and rubs and pepper that I do. So and that's it. So these are the New York strips here. These are the bone-in ribeyes here, and you can see how thick these are. So let me get the probes, get those in, and get these going. So like I said, I want to get this up to 110, and once I get those off and rested, I'll use the charcoal insert that's going to be in there to get some really nice smoky charred mushrooms and broccolini, and then I'll put those off to the side and do the steaks while those kind of soften up a little bit. Alrighty, so that was smart. I'll tangle up here. So I'll do one of my sirloin. I'll do one of the ribeyes. Let these sit over here. Get nice and smoky. I'm going to keep these away from, I'm going to try to keep it on the coolest part of the grill, so they get some real good smoke and a real slow cook. It's probably going to be, you know, a couple hours for these to work. So I'll occasionally check in, but you'll notice that it's going to take a little while for these steaks to get up. All right, everybody, we're back here with these steaks. They're looking really beautiful right now. Probe 2. So the ribeye is looking about 107, 108, and the strip loins are looking to be about 98. So I'm going to pull these off. I'm going to let them go a couple more minutes. I really want to hit it up to that 110 mark, and then get a really nice char on them. So pretty consistent about 100. You know, I will give these a quick flip. Got some great smoky color to them right now, but still feeling loose and ready to roll. So I like that fat buildup. Like I said, then I'm going to add in the charcoal insert. So I'm going to fire up some charcoal right now and have that ready to go. And by the time that is heated up, it should be ready for these guys. So close this up, get some charcoal rolling. So I got these mushrooms here. I got a couple oysters. I got some broccolini over here. I've got these big guys, some oyster mushrooms underneath, portobellos. You know, whatever. Forrest Gump, he doesn't know nothing. He says he and Jenny went together like peas and carrots. It's like mushrooms and steak. That's the true love right there, the bond. So I am rocking the charcoal on my charcoal grill, and these are 100, 107. So we are super, super close. I don't want to be too under, but I don't want to be too over. So I'm going to give these about 3 more minutes and pull them off and rest them, and do the insert. There we go. So, rub this in. So, normally I would just turn off the fan and let these rock and roll, but I'm actually going to keep it going because I want to put a couple pans off to the side here. Pan here, pan here. Those get hot. Because that's what I'm going to put my broccolini and my mushrooms here on these guys. Up here. Temp's going to increase real fast with this charcoal, raising up the temp inside. So I'm at 102, 109. I'm going to give it, just like I said, a couple more minutes. Let these charcoals fully ignite, and then start rocking off the mushrooms and the. We hit 110 on the ribeye. So definitely putting this off. Let this sit here. Rest. I got 104 on the strip ones. So these are a little bit thicker than the ribeyes anyway. Let those hang out for another like 5 minutes. My charcoal is nice and white, and I'm actually going to let them just a couple more minutes. I am going to move the steaks and flip-flop these in my workspace. Steaks here. I'm going to put the mushrooms and the broccolini over here. So, let's let that steak go for a couple more minutes while I set up my mushrooms. So I'm going to oil these. Salt, pepper. Real simple. Keep everything as simple as possible. Try not to overdo it. I might add in some different pepper blends or spice blends on these, but kind of tend to let them go as is. Sometimes I will remove the gills from the portobellos. I'm not going to do that today. I have a really high temp. I really want to char these. That helps it from turning black. You get a spoon and you see these gills right in here. You can just kind of scoop that out with a spoon, and it'll keep everything, you know, nice. I want these to darken a little bit, and the sauce I told you about is actually going to be that butter that I stole in the last video, and some soy sauce. Real simple. Soy sauce, butter. Put it in the pan. I'm going to put the mushrooms in that pan, so they're going to turn dark anyway, so I don't mind. And the gills are actually going to give it a little bit more umami flavor. So again, doing a fair amount of salt. I could do the Salt Bay if you want me to, like down my arm, but I don't think that anybody wants, you know, my Irish Catholic hairy arms in their food, so I tend to not do that because it's pretty gross. So, my opinion. He's pretty cool. I think he has shaved arms anyway, so. But, that's it. Real easy. Salt, pepper, let the charcoal do the work. Let all the flavors of the natural flavors and essences of things come out. That is how I work. So I'm going to do this broccolini They also have Broccolini, which is cauliflower, these long stems. Unlike broccoli raw, Broccolini is not bitter, so it has a really great flavor. It's sweet and it's just pretty awesome. So do those first. Put that in the square pan up top, and then we'll get at those mushrooms. Steaks are a 106. Looking like we're kind of on point here with this cook and how things are coming together. Good. All right. These guys. Butter I was talking about. Got some tamari here. Anytime if you want to make a simple sauce to put on your steaks, that butter, a little bit of soy tamari sauce, just lacquer it on there, delicious. Here we go. Perfect. Put that char. There. Oh no. How we do. Yeah, you got charcoal ash all over me. Good. mushrooms are looking real nice. There. Let's get it here. A little bit more. So here we are, back at it. I just put these over, let them heat up a little bit, but the steaks have been resting for a little bit. I am going to cut them. I'm going to plate it, show you what I'm talking about. So this is the ribeye. Beautiful. Oh, the way this fat is like cooked down. This is the way I love to roll. Summer at its best. See, that steak is temped perfectly right there. Mushrooms, steak, they love one another. I personally love all the fat. I know my wife isn't as big of a fan, but what you gonna do? So, spoon one more time. Sauce on here. There you go. Perfect summertime dish. Plate it up. You can see that steak is temped perfectly right there. So I got that nice little medium rare, the charred broccolini and the mushrooms and the soy butter sauce. So I hope you check it out, try it out, and let me know how it goes.